and welcome back to the Easy Sports Talk Show. Host Ed Smith, joined by my brother and coach, Mr. Von Adams, a.k.a. J Love.
Yes, sir.
That music can mean only one thing. Time for our JUCO report. Before we jump into that, this segment right here is brought to you by
Transplant City Beer Company, located at 107 West
Honeysuckle
Street, Litchfield Park, 85340. A great new brewery that has lots of great beers for all palates. Super friendly staff makes everyone feel like they're at home sharing beers with friends. For more information, you can go to their Facebook, Transplant City Beer Co., and they're also on Instagram as well. Tell your bartender or server that you want the Easy Sports Talk Beer of the Week, which this week is the Wit Bandits. It's Hefeweizen with mangoes, and then I think they still have that radio vibe, so ask for that too. But the Easy Sports Talk Beer of the Week is Wit Bandits. You get a discount on that this week.
And on the Maduro's Fine Cigar and Tobacco Hotline, we have Coach D, Coach/Councilman D. Aliesio. How you doing today, Coach?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you both?
Good. Great to have you on, man.
Awesome.
Let's jump right into our guest.
Let's do it. So Phoenix College softball has been nothing short of amazing for the past, over 20 years. And the man that leads the charge there is a gentleman by the name of Heinz Mueller. He's the head softball coach, been in place there for years, won multiple national championships, Coach of the Year honors. This year was no different. They finished second at nationals. Coach Mueller.
Hi.
He is there. Coach Mueller, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on the second place finish in the Nationals. I know you wanted that national championship, but the accomplishments this year is great. Walk us through the experience and what it was like being in the tournament and finishing everything up.
Well, it's interesting because for me, I have a different perspective on it than the teams do, because we have to have basically a brand new team every year. With new players influxed in JC ball. So for me, I'm always looking at the total package, and that's to win the whole thing. And we're kind of in a rut here because we finished like second the last couple of years and third the year before that. Don't get me wrong, I'll take that any day. It's just when you've been in that situation and you've been in that environment, you would like to be just a tad little more competitive at the end. Seems like that's where we're fading a little bit, is when we get in the semifinals and final games. But you know what? These kids had a great year. They're an awesome group. It took us a while to get going, as it usually does for JUCO. But we had great success. Now, the environment we went into is about as hostile as you can get. We went into the Southeast Conference, where any kind of sport is hotter than anything, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. Right now I'm watching the super regionals for baseball, but for us to go in and face LSU, Eunice, which is a subsidiary of LSU, and then Jones County, and these colleges are like down the street from where we play the national. So it's always a challenge to go into that area and maintain your composure and handle everything. But we did a great job. So I was real proud of the kids.
So, Coach, this is Javon here. So I know you finished again the season 52-9, but being a marathon like that, and you mentioned maybe some different things in terms of towards the end, maybe not having it. How do you prepare and how do you adjust for next season for such a long marathon type of a season? How do you prepare for that, your players?
Well, what happens is that we build our program from fall ball. We had a horrible fall ball, and we had 8 starters out to injuries like broken elbow, meniscus tear, from so. The backups get a chance to play and become competitive more season started when we were fully loaded. The idea about it is, I think a lot of coaches, when they get into the actual schedule, they always look at it. I took a little different approach to it, right approach, but I always look at the first half of the season as practice for our team, because you accumulate the pressure and the adversity in practice in the game. So the first half of the season, we prime ourselves to just set starting momentum going into the second half of the season. We really back off of them so that after 8 months of playing, they're not burned out. And so that's why we usually come flying in at regionals and nationals in good spirits and ready to go. And that's exactly what we've been doing for a while. I mean, we've been We've been in national 17 years now, and the formula seems to work, so I'm going to stay with it. A little different this year was really cool. I've had a picture of the magnitude that we have had Brianna Hardy for a long time. We've had good pitching along with this young lady is a stud, and she just got voted NCAA Player of the Year yesterday for not only pitching but also for hitting. And unfortunate thing that you never can tell can happen. That's why luck is part of it. When we went into the later part of our season, like weeks away from regionals, our number 2 pitcher left the team, and then our starter, our other pitcher, number 1, Brianna, got appendicitis attack and had to have appendicitis surgery 3 weeks before regionals. So,
Coach, since you're on the topic of speaking about specific young ladies in your program, why don't you give us some first and last names of some young ladies that you're expecting big things and moving on, as well as some to come, reload next year and come back and do some great things for you?
Well, first I got to start with Brianna Hardy. She struck out 371 players with an all-time record at DC just a season. She hadn't had that surgery. She probably was well over 400, and so she's our go-to. That kid will carry our team. We also have Sydney Smith from Perry High School, and Sydney had a great year. Caught, played third base, and hit American Force and was and also we have Nicole Villa from Cibola High School, and Cameron Montezuma from Cibola, and Ella Henry. They're all returning sophomores from Cibola High School. They've just done nothing but great things for us. And, in fact, we have 8 starters coming back to the team. So we feel like we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Coach, tell us a little bit about your coaching staff. I mean, we want to honor them with the great work they do for you throughout the season as well.
Yeah, first and foremost, the number one, well, we have a couple coaches that are outstanding. One is Caitlin Castillo-Henning, who was a former player with ASU that won the national title with Clint Meyer. She was a catcher. She went and played pro ball, played 5 years in Japan, and speaks fluent Japanese. Now, she was integral in our part of our success. She had players, and she was awesome. The other person that really helped was Corbin, who's our pitching coach. He's a volunteer that comes in a couple months a year and helps with these pitchers. And we really handled our pitching staff really super. And then we've got coaches that are part-time that help. But basically, those two were the main part of it.
Coach, so you've been there. Obviously, you've been there a bunch of times, 17 times. You've won 9 national championships. When you reload every 2 years with a new team, I mean, what's the formula in a nutshell, in 30 seconds? Give us the formula for getting back there every year, because it's got to be something that you can patent and sell.
Finding the best players, man. It's pretty simple. It is, for every coach to deny that is I don't think they're being truthful. You got to find the best players in the skill set, whether it's speed, whether it's power, whether it's toughness. That's what you look for, and hopefully you get more than you don't, and more than enough to help you lead that way. And that's what's been. I've had great athletes, on the USA team. I mean, they're really, really good ball players in the past, and that's why we've been successful. You got to have good players, and it's as simple as that.
Well, Coach, we're going to thank you for joining us, and obviously a great season. Congratulations. Real quick for us, what are your off-season plans, or do you have an off-season? Do you jump right into recruiting?
No, we never stop. That's the life of a coach. And like Tuesday, we have a camp and a recruiting camp for 2020 class that we're doing, and our team is already set for next year. We have 22 players coming in, and we're all set to rock and roll. We'll officially start August 17th and get it started again. That's the unique challenge of being a coach in junior college, is that you have to reload and rework, and that's a challenge I always have, and a challenge that I enjoy doing every year.
Well, you do a great job, Coach, and we appreciate you, and
Thank you,
we'll continue to support you. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thank Thanks for giving me the time. Appreciate it.
You got it. And we got about a minute and a half left, Coach. What have you been up to lately?
Oh, my gosh. So we got a lot coming up on the JV Sports Show. You know, last week was a big week for James and I. We interviewed ASU head football coach Herm Edwards, and that podcast is going to drop in about 2 weeks. We're editing and going through it, and that guy can speak. I'll tell you what. You just put the microphone in front of him, and he goes. And Ottawa University head football coach Mike Nesbitt, that one's going to drop probably tomorrow. So a lot of good stuff coming, and real excited.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
As always, man, tell Mama D and your dad that we said hello, man. Give them my love, and we're looking forward to getting over there and seeing her soon, okay?
Yeah, I saw you were out there eating, too. I saw you were out there eating. She was eating out the house, so that's a good
crab legs, all you can eat. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Good
all right,
stuff.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank
Listen to the Easy Sports Talk Show. It comes to you live today from Doors for Heinz Cigars and Tobacco. We're going to take this break. Be right back with Max Rossiter, ASU Color Analyst. Hope you're having a great weekend.
You good.